Alright, welcome back everybody to another pomade review, and due to the warmer seasons coming in, it is a no-brainer that we'll be busting out more water-based pomades, and today I'll be taking a look at another gel-type pomade, a unique one in its own right, and it is Lockhart's Paradox, which is one of the more recent products of the Lockhart Professional line. I got the one that comes in a sample size because I never really used so much of one single product. I don't really stick to one product, and I just use a lot of different stuff in my rotation because as you guys know, I have a ton of pomades, so that's why I got a little jar over here. This is the 1.3 ounce, I believe, the travel size, and it typically comes in around a 4 ounce jar. But yeah, it is designed to have a slick and a strong hold with a medium shine, added nutrients, leaves hair healthy and strong, hold that lasts all day, rinse out the water. And if you open up the product, it's a screw top lid, you would see a white gel here, pale white, cloudy white gel over here. And the scent on it is the Aqua Lagoon scent, which is the Lockhart's own take on the Giorgio Armani Aqua di Gio scent, which is a really nice, refreshing aquatic cologne. It's kind of a subtle scent, and the moment you put it in your hair, it just lasts only an hour or two, well, a few hours, and it's fairly subtle. You won't really smell throughout the day. And scooping it out, it's also really easy to scoop it out. Now, applying it to your hair, there's a difference obviously when you apply it to damp and dry hair. Now, applying it to dry hair, you would get more of a resistance that is not typical to a standard gel type water-based pomade, because you won't feel so much of that jelly resistance. You would get more of you would feel some kind of like wax settling in. That is really nice, because also most of the hold and the slickness actually comes from the wax content of this pomade right here. And if you apply the damp hair, it actually feels more broken down, just like with any other gel type pomade, and it almost feels like you're applying just any other gel type pomade to damp hair. But if you are to apply it to dry hair, that's when you would actually notice a difference, because it almost feels no different to any other gel pomade if you apply it to damp hair. But applying it to dry hair, that's when you would really notice that it actually doesn't really feel like any other standard gel type water-based pomade. And slicking it back, it is pretty easy to slick back as well. You would get a slightly sticky resistance that is not like a jelly sticky kind of resistance. And like I said, most of the styling properties in terms of its hold, its slickness, and even the way it slicks, it actually does come from the wax content itself, not so much of the gel. Like, it doesn't feel so much like you're slicking a gel, because most of these properties actually comes from the wax content inside this pomade. So that means you would actually have a touch more slickness. Well, the slickness is definitely more apparent compared to a regular standard gel type water based, but it's not really comparable to that of an oil-based pomade. It'll give you a nice level of slickness, because what I find with other water-based gel types that they leave my hair looking rather poofy on the sides, and they lose slickness, especially throughout the day. Now, this one actually does lose a bit of slickness throughout the day, but it's still definitely a lot, substantially slicker than most gel type water-based pomades, although not comparable to an oil-based pomade or even other unorthodox water-based pomades. This is this is, by the way, what I call a hybrid between a gel type and an unorthodox water-based pomade, but its properties are more similar to a gel type pomade, which is why I still consider it an orthodox water-based pomade. You won't get the most natural shape ever, but it's still more natural and rounded looking compared to the other gel types. And you might actually get a bit of a blocky shape if you apply more than 2 scoops, as at least for me, but it's still a better, more beautiful shape compared to the others. So this is, it's what the final style looks like. It's really quick. And under this lighting over here, now the shine is advertised to be sort of a medium shine. If you apply it to down hair, you would notice that it has sort of like a medium-ish kind of shine to it. But then it eventually, once it sets, it goes down to more of a low shine, an almost natural kind of shine. So it is not exactly a medium shine. Just as any other water-based gel type, you would expect the shine to actually go down, and that's exactly what it does. So after it sets, you would get more of a low shine, but then once you apply it to dry hair, it just, you would get the low shine right away. You wouldn't get so much of the medium shine, but the medium shine comes in more once you apply the damp hair, but of course it'll die down to more of the low natural type shine. And hardening effect, the unique thing about this pomade is that because a lot of its properties comes from the wax content in it, it doesn't exactly harden just like other gel types that you would expect them to. It doesn't leave you with a very icky helmet head kind of feel, but instead it'll firm up on you. It won't actually harden like so much to have that gross helmet head feeling, but it will set to some extent. And after it sets, about 15 minutes to half an hour, depending on how much you put in your hair. I typically put about 2 scoops or 2.5 at most. It is actually very restylable, and you don't really need a source of water to recomb your hair, but like I said, there is some lost slickness in here. So the only way, the only reason to reactivate it with water is to reintroduce some slickness into your hairstyle, and you're good to go. Because throughout the course of the day, I've noticed that my sides got a little fluffier, but it's still more slicked down and more tame compared to other gel type pomades. And well, okay, this video should be a drinking game where you should drink every time I say compared to other gel type water-based pomades, because this really is just something different. So yeah, and the hold on it, it's advertised to be a strong, well, a firm hold, but I find it to be a medium firm at best. It has a fairly decent slickness, a fairly decent hold, but it's more of like between medium and firm to me, and there's definitely a deflation in volume. It's supposed to be rather volumizing for water-based gel type, but it gives me a decent medium type height over here, but there is a little bit of deflation after a couple of hours for me. And rinsing it out, it's designed to rinse out completely with just water, but I find that most of it comes out of water, but not completely, so I do need to use 1 round of shampoo, and of course, everything just gets completely washed out after 1 round of shampoo. And that is my review of Lockhart's Paradox, and I also do have with me a jar of Lockhart's Fire and Brimstone water-based, and there are some questions regarding the difference between Paradox and Fire and Brimstone. Well, it's essentially the same thing. Fire and Brimstone water-based just happens to have a touch more hold, just like a slight notch more hold than Paradox, and of course a different scent, the Fire and Brimstone scent, but it has just slightly more hold and more slickness, but only at the level of shine and how it makes your hair feel, and the styling properties are virtually the same thing. And after washing the pomade out of my hair again, my hair doesn't feel like shit at all, because I noticed with, of course, this Suave see-through hair would just feel dry as straw, but with this one it just feels, it's not like you're using Templeton Tonic's pomades or anything. You won't have supple smooth hair after you come out the shower, but it won't feel dried out at all. I'll give you that. So it won't feel like straw, but you just and it won't feel super smooth either, but it still doesn't leave your hair feeling like crap. So that is all I have to say for Paradox, which is actually one of the best gel type pomades out there in my opinion. And if you do enjoy this review, got like a great insight out of it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to this channel, click on the bell icon so never a single upload of Squinty Show, and I'll see you next time on the Squinty Show.